The Strasnoy Island Library. It was once the chapel of this ancient monastery. Here, prisoners and guards of duty are allowed to spend their long days, to try to forget that their days have 24 hours, and all of them alike. Until today. Good morning, Miss Harding. How lovely you are today. May I help you?
Good morning.
What is this?
It's a radio.
A radio? So I'm not going to die without seeing one after all. What is radio anyway?
This will cheer us all a little.
A charming thought, and what a charming gown. We of the old world said that woman was the flower of creation. Closed the petals. Nothing can extinguish the torch of human progress. Yeah, I haven't heard any music for 3 years.
The first concert on Strasnoy Island.
Вы слушаете радио Ленинград. That was beautiful, Miss Harding. Almost as beautiful as you are. Thank you. Leningrad. It was St. Petersburg in my day. Funny how time flies. The quays of the Neva were all white. The snow squealed under the sleigh. We had music too at the aquarium. Champagne that sparkled like music. And girls that sparkled like champagne. I'm from Moscow. I gave lectures at the university. The students listened to me. Rosy cheeks, bright eyes, young Russia. I'm from Volga. We were building a bridge across the Volga. It gleamed like a steel knife was to slash across the river's body. It was the longest bridge in the world. Perhaps someday I might go back and... I have faith in Russia. Our saint Russia has known dark years before and has risen triumphant. What if we have to fall in the way as dry leaves swept by a torrent? Russia will live. It seems to me, citizen, that it must be against the law to play this here radio of yours.
Is it, Comrade Fedosich?
Well, if you ask me, it is. But then I don't have the say. It may be all right for Comrade Kareev. It was against the law to let a female citizen hear. But then, how could they refuse anything to such a worthy comrade as Commandant Kareev? 5 years ago, Comrade Fedosich has been a candidate for the post of Commandant of Strasnoy Island. But the secret police chose Commandant Kareev. I gather that Citizen Fedosich does not care for the fine arts of music. And I observe that he is not alone. How about you, Volkantsov? I've heard music before. I think that men who let some pet prejudice of theirs stand against the most wonderful woman in the world ought to be thrown in the pit. Leave him alone. I'm sure Miss Harding will excuse his unreasonable antipathy. But will she forgive mine? I'm sorry, Miss Harding, if I've been rather rude. Can you forget?
Certainly, General.
That is the music played in St. Petersburg?
Yes.
I am from St. Petersburg. 11 years. My wife is there and my grandson. He was 2 years old when I left. He had blue eyes just like my son. What are you making now, General? A new one? You know, Miss Harding, our General is a proud man. We have a little workshop here, and we're allowed to make these things, boots, baskets, and such. When the boat comes, they collect it and take it away to the cities. They bring us cigarettes, woolen scarves, socks in exchange. The boots are the most profitable to make, but the General won't make boots. No one shall say that a general of the army of His Imperial Majesty stooped to making boots. He makes wooden toys instead. Don't ever mention his son. He was a captain in the old army. The rats hanged him before his father's eyes. Checkmate, Doctor. Were you paying attention to the game? Or am I going to lose the last man I can speak to?
Poor fellow, you mustn't be angry at him, Miss Harding. He won't speak to anyone that speaks to you. He's not quite sane.
He can't forgive you for what he presumes to be your, shall we say, ethical differences with his code. You see, he shot his own daughter, and also the Bolshevik who had attacked her.
Commandant Kareev.
What's the trouble?
I'm taking the liberty to report to the Commandant that there are unlawful doings going on in the library. It's the comrade woman. She's playing music.
On what?
On the radio.
Well, isn't that great? I haven't heard one for 5 years.
I think I have it.
Abroad! Heaven!
This is one of my favorites. Song of the Dancing Lights. Somewhere they are dancing to this music. It's not very far. It's on this same earth. Over there, the man is holding the woman in his arms. They too have a duty to look into each other's eyes and smile at life and answer beyond all doubts, all questions, all sorrows.
And closing this meeting of the First Moscow Textile Factory, let me remind you, comrades, that but one devotion has a place in our lives. Our devotion to the great aim, world revolution. Comrades, we shall close meeting by singing our great anthem, the International.
All men, stand up.
Time moves slowly on Strasnoy Island. Its inhabitants get lost in many long days and long nights. I can't get it, dear. No one seems to be playing our Song of Dancing Lights today. Here it is, the anthem of our duty.
They play it well tonight. It's night in Japan now. And there are lights, dancing lights, not candles like here.
If we were there tonight, I'd take you to this place where they're playing our song. And if there is snow on the ground, I'd carry you in my arms, so that the snow wouldn't touch your little slippers.
They have no snow there. They have cherry trees in blossom, all white.
Like your shoulders under the lights. There are men sitting at tables there. The kind of men who wear black suits and diamond studs. They'll look at you. I want them to look at you. I want them to know you're mine.
Cherry blossoms and music. No footsteps on the wall outside. No groans from the pit.
But you came to all this, and to me, and you've stayed with me.
I came because I was desperate. I stayed because I found something I didn't expect.
It's strange, Joan. I've trekked across all of Russia, through forest and swamps with a gun and a red flag. I thought I was marching towards the dawn of the world revolution. It has always been there, ahead of me. And now, when I look ahead, the golden dawn is nothing but a lock of your hair, loose in the wind because you forgot to comb it.
The boat. The last boat before the sea freezes.
I have a little surprise for you, Joan. And will you do something for me? Will you wear tonight for dinner? The blue dress I like.
I think it's an armchair. It feels like one. Although I've never yet felt an armchair from the underside.
It's here, Comrade Commandant. The boat's arrived. Don't you want to come down and watch the men under the unusual circumstances?
I thought I told you to watch them. You can do it. I'm busy.
I think it's for Miss Harding. I admire the Commandant for the first time. Congratulations, Miss Harding. That is what I call a real victory. These are pillows, I believe. Do they go in your room or her room? Or does it make any difference? To my room. This is our anniversary, Joan. Don't you remember? You came here 3 months ago.
And such was the end of Commandant Karyev.
No, the beginning. I'll bring everything you want here. I'll make this island for you what you make it for me.
What I've made it for us.
I don't like that word. I've served it for such a long time. For us. We the people, the collective, the millions. I fought on barricades for us. I fought in the trenches. I've shot at men, and men have shot at me. For us, for them, for those countless others somewhere around me. Those for whom I've given a lifetime, my every moment, my every thought, my blood. For us. I don't want to hear the word. Because now, it's for me. You came here for me. You're mine. I won't share that with anyone on earth. Mine. What a word that is when you begin to understand it.
Why, Comrade Karyev?
Yes, Comrade Karyev. Tomorrow. And after tomorrow. And for many days to come. But not tonight. I can have one night for my own, can't I? I ordered all this for you, by wireless. I have money in the bank at Nizhny Kolimsk. My salary. I had nothing to do with it for 5 years. I guess it wasn't money alone that I was missing for 5 years. For more than 30 years. Am I a traitor, Joan?
One cannot be a traitor to anything except to one's self.
Loyalty is like rubber. One can stretch it so far and then it snaps. Where do you get this perfect waiter's manners? Oh, I've had a lot of experience, sir. We had banquets in my day too. I remember one. We had many flowers and guests. We had a wedding such as those of the old days. She held the bouquet more gracefully than any woman I've ever seen. She wore a long white veil then. Do you miss her? I wish I did. And she? She is the kind that doesn't stay lonely for a long time. I wouldn't say that about a woman I had loved. You and I, Commandant, did not love the same woman.
After dinner, will you bring some wood to my room? I've burned my last log. It's very cold at night.
Of course, madam. To love. To love, madam. That is and that was.